You can tell you haven't been here this season.
I always forget.
It happens. Look, neither of us have done look over here for MorbiDrags, so it's okay. Welcome to The Cup, the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real and the tea in reality, and you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I'm David Healy, and I don't have a cute intro, but I do have a cute shirt. I am wearing a beautiful drag queen from Drag Race Germany, her shirt. Her name
Mhm.
is Pandora Knox. If you don't know her, she's a legend. Oh, in fact, this would have been a good one to wear last week because she's a snake and it would have fit well with or wait, was it that was this week? We'll see. We'll see. It's been so long since I watched this episode, so I don't even know if it's one of the looks that goes with this week or last week. But
Kind of goes with this week.
okay. I am just drinking some water right now.
Oh, fresh bottle, I see.
Yes.
Well, hello, everybody. I know. You're like, who are you? Number one,
Are you?
who are you? Yeah, I'm Lana. I'm the resident evil diva. I'm here to give the tea, spill the tea, and drink the tea because you know I love me some tea. Per, or maybe you don't know because I haven't been here, but I do love to give the tea. Um, and I love drinking from having my cup mug handy because
Ooh.
cup mugs are handy. Ooh, and something you do not see and you will not see here on this channel often, but I like to celebrate a fan of full of cup mugs, a fan of full of cup mugs, and ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh. Yeah. Um, and you can get your cup mug or any of our beautiful cup merch at LanaG'sCreations.etsy.com. That link will be in the description below. And we do ship internationally and domestically in the United States, Canada, and Mexico, so there are no excuses. Get your cup merch.
And she
Period.
is the Lana G in the Lana G
Lana G's
Creations.
Creations. Period. Yeah. I have not been here ever. I hadn't even watched the show ever until today.
I sounded
Uh,
the alarm.
he
I
sounded
need
the
you, Lana.
alarm. He said, I need the Lana alarm. And I was like, I shall answer. I shall
Mhm.
answer. But no, look, I am usually here on this channel for other drag related shows. MorbiDrags is not my kind of drag. Just to be honest, it's not my kind of drag. The horror drag is not what I'm my cup of tea. But I appreciate drag. I appreciate the art of drag. So therefore, when David said we need to do look over here, and everybody else was busy, I said, "Well, tag me in, Coach. Let's do this."
Yeah, you did. And I very much appreciate it because we are a little bit late getting this episode out. So I hope you all will forgive us. Um,
Please,
but we do have a few things that we need to remind our audience about. Can you fill them
absolutely.
in, Lana?
Yeah, I help you out. We are here at the Cup Pod, or the Cup Network is what we like to call it. We have a network, and we're on a mission. We're on a mission to get 8,000 new subscribers by the end of the year across all of our channels. Because once you hit 1,000 subscribers, as you all know here on this channel, a lot of fun things unlock, and we can do a lot more things that we can't do on our other channels. So we would love 1,000 new subscribers on this channel, but we also would like 1,000 more subscribers on all of our other channels so we can unlock the fun things that we can do over there and have a good time with you guys, create better content. So if you would just hit the subscribe button here, go into our description below, click the link, our link tree, click all of the links to all of our other channels. There are 4 channels total in this network. We have this channel here where we discuss all things drag and drag race. We have the Cup TV where we discuss almost all things competitive reality television. We have the Cup ESC where we can discuss all things Eurovision Song Contest. And we have the Cup Ringside where we discuss WWE wrestling, and it's just WrestleMania season. See, WrestleMania weekend just happened, so you know the content's coming
Record
over there.
breaking weekend.
Record
Wow.
breaking numbers. Yeah. So wait a minute,
I
not
heard. I heard.
not you knowing
I
about
know, it's
WrestleMania
crazy.
records.
It's made its way out onto, the mainstream internet, so I found out.
Found out,
I
but
know who
yeah,
won, and I heard it was not the most exciting, final whatever.
Well, it depends on how you look at it. I'll say that. As a wrestling fan, it depends. Don't listen to all the wrestling internet people because sometimes some of them are just trolls. But yeah, it depends on how you look at it and if you're invested in the story and you think logically. But anyway,
Mhm.
that's not what this is about. Go join us over at WWE, our wrestling, the Cup ringside, because I have thoughts and we will be putting out content. We were doing a recording literally after I finished this one. So, um, but follow us on all of our channels. Give us 1,000 new subscribers on all of the channels. We greatly appreciate it. Also, if you need to check us out on the go, our audio podcast links are down there as well. So follow us on Spotify or wherever you get your audio podcast. Our Patreon is also down there and open our link. All those links are in our description below. And if you are want to know what we're doing behind the scenes, where we're not talking about MorbiDrags or all the other things that we talk about, or get early access and exclusive content, check out our Patreon as well. So, thanks.
Awesome. So, shall we get to it now?
Yeah, I think we
Let's
should
talk
talk
about
about
these
it.
looks. Yes. Okay. So, of course, we have our hosts here and our, I forget what they're called, the seekers. Is that what they're called? Is that what they're called, Lana? You should know, right? Uh,
I think so.
no, but everybody's looking good here. I mean, these are not the main events. We're waiting to get to the actual judges. Do you have a standout here, though?
I mean, you can't go wrong with the winged hat. I'm
Mhm.
saying the gold and white winged hat. The red looks great.
Yes.
I'm not. Yeah, they all
Yes.
look great.
He kind of reminded me of like a Mortal Kombat in the
Yes,
this week Mortal Kombat character. So
absolutely.
yeah. Okay, let's take a look at all of our main judges in the conclave in the holy trinity here. So we're just gonna quickly talk about our standouts. For me, I think my standout on the left side is Kovac there in the middle with the black and that headpiece, the facial prosthetics, all of those real muscles pulsating there. Oh, and I found Kovac's Twitter, so interesting.
Okay.
But everybody looks great here.
I think that's the one. Is the green? Is that some green and black?
I think the green might be the light. I can't tell.
Okay. Well, whoever is in that next, in the right front and center in the middle,
Yes,
that's that's
that's
who's
Kovac.
that's the one standing out to me. But I like the girl next to him. I like
Yeah,
the light makeup on with
Aradia.
her. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. I think that's cute.
Yes, I agree. And on the right side here, we have Astra. Um, Astra always is always bringing the A game here, so I think
This
she looks incredible. Yes, that is a
that's
great impersonation of Astra. I love it.
that's just that's sickening in the best way possible. Like I
Mhm.
saw that and when I was watching the show, I was like, oh, that's
Mhm.
so good. Sickening in the best possible way. Like,
Yeah, they all look great though. Like
yes.
this group, especially for being a first season, they really know how to bring their A game when it comes to looks. So love this whole judging panel.
Hmm.
Okay, let's get into the theme here. So, our theme, please forgive me. I'm going to say this La Noche de los Muertos Vivientes.
That sounds about right to me.
Vivientes, yes. Okay. Which translates to Night of the Living Dead. Um, and yeah, so we're going to get a lot of zombie looks. I said it on our recap. I said, I wasn't sure what the theme was because I saw La Noche de los Muertos. And I was like, oh, that's like the Day of the Dead, except it's the Night of the Dead. So I thought it was going to be like Day of the Dead
Day of
type
the
of
Dead.
looks.
Hmm.
Didn't even think about Night of the Living Dead. So obviously we got zombies here. And we're going to kick things off here with Androgina Godhell. What did you think of Androgina?
Okay, so once you told me what the theme was, and then we got into this look, I was like, I'm confused. I thought this was the Night of the Living Dead. She looks very pretty, and then she started losing parts of this
Mhm.
face, and I was like, oh, okay. I was confused by the performance of it, like the the milkshake top coming off, and then she was putting stuff in it. But then I was like, oh, okay, so the milkshake topper, like whipped cream and cherry, comes off, and she replaces it with skin and hair and all kind of gross stuff. And I'm like, okay, sure. I thought this was a pretty look. I thought it was too pretty for Night of the Living Dead, but it was pretty. And I can see like, okay, yes, blood stains over here and different things. It was fine. I was confused about the performance though, but it was fine.
Yeah, there's a lot of focus on performance with these themes on MorbiDrags, and I really appreciate that. If you've been listening to all of the look over here's, then you probably have heard my scores for people, but you haven't heard my thoughts. But consistently, Androgina is one of my favorites throughout this season. With that said, I think this might be my least favorite look she's had so far this season, and it's not bad. It's just a little simple for her. It kind of works with what she's going for. Like I kind of like the the milkshake server zombie girl. She had like a brain reveal, which was
Mhm.
fun. The reveal part of it was a little clunky, but that's okay. I mean, yeah, I don't. Maybe she had a better take that they didn't show. But I did get confused. Like when she was like cutting at her eye, I couldn't tell what was going on there. So there were just parts of the delivery that weren't super clear to me. But still, overall, I like the concept. I think the look is pretty good. It's just not what I know, like what I've come to expect from her because she's really good. So
Okay.
scores.
Uh forgot about scoring.
Can't forget that.
I did. I would give it an 80.
Okay. Not too far for me. I gave her a 77.
Yeah.
Next up, we have C-Facto.
Now I like this one. I really enjoyed this one. I like the performance of this. I like the look of this. I like how when she came out first and she had her back to us and there was a mask behind her and it was like it looked like that was the character, but then it came out with like she was like and then brought the arms out, and then it was a lot of tick tick moves, and it was really interesting performance. I was like, okay, now I'm starting to see it. This is more of the creepy uh Night of the Living Dead kind of like, but it could also be a cultural sacred like ritual that that certain cultures will do, where they put the mask on and they dance around. Like it had dual meaning to me, and I kind of really enjoyed this one. I liked the commitment with all the with the braids, and then the big charms, the ears, and the jewelry factors, and then the coat looked like moss almost, and sticks and like dried leaves. It was just a lot. I kind of really enjoyed this one.
I'm with you. I agree. This de facto is another one that is pretty much always near the top of my rankings. I really like this look. I'll go ahead and say it. This was my favorite look of the night. And what I think is interesting about this, so I started a project a few years ago where I started watching old horror movies chronologically, and I started from the 1920s. And
Mhm.
what's really interesting is the idea of what a zombie is now is not what a zombie used to be, like in the 1930s. Like there's a movie
Mhm.
called White Zombie. I think it has Bela Lugosi, but this is very much what the zombies were then. It was very like cultural Haitian, and they weren't necessarily dead. They were more like just kind of like brainwashed type of creatures. So I got all of that from here, and I really like the commitment to the blue body paint. And I've said it so many times, C-Facto knows how to paint fast. Once again, her face was done long before anybody else's face was done. So, and it's a good thing because she had plenty of time to work on all of this body art, and it is straight up art. I really liked the characterization and the shaky movements as she was performing. Um, she even had like contouring around her ribs that made
Mhm.
her look thinner than she was. Uh, man, this was so good. The uh stitches around the
Mhm.
lips, another cool touch. It almost gives like shrunken head before it's been
Mhm.
shrunken. So everything about this really worked for me. And some of the pictures she put of this look on Twitter also really worked for me.
Oh
So
wow.
yeah. Naked
It's
version of this.
okay. Interesting. I think it's funny how you mentioned that you watch how the zombies have changed throughout
Hmm.
the years and decades that gone by. And it's funny because I think back in the 20s and the 30s, when people thought about the zombies, they thought about um well, like I said, they're not really dead, just like
Hmm.
cultural, like a lot of Western movies thought, oh, people in other places, like I said, Haitian and African and
Right.
all these countries and Zulu countries and things, those were zombies to them. They didn't know what the and and so we mocked, or not mock, well, a little bit of
I
mocking,
know.
but
Yeah.
just that was what was a zombie. And now that's not politically correct to do that, and we don't
Nope.
know, and we know modernly, like, those are people. They're not zombies. Those are real, actual human beings. And we expanded our thoughts of what a zombie could look like. And then we'll do stuff like zombie apocalypse and things like that, like
Hmm.
post apocalyptic things. And they could be human, but in an apocalyptic world, what would we look like? And
Yep.
what would we do? And so that I like that though, but it's funny that that is what you thought about and mentioned, and that's what that looks like, but done in a very good, tasteful way. It's beautiful. It's
Very true.
beautiful, and like you say, it's very the paint job, the blue, the commitment to that blue is phenomenal.
Hmm. Yeah, it's funny because I think the very first film that depicted zombies as like the dead that came back to life was
Mm,
Night of the Living Dead in 1968. So it was
right.
George Romero that created that trend, and then it just kind of stuck afterwards.
Okay.
Um,
Love
but
that.
anyways, scores for C-Facto.
I'm gonna give it a. I'm gonna give it a full cup because I think
Very
the commit
deserving.
very deserving. The commitment to this blue, and it looks great.
Mhm. I gave C-Facto a 93, which is basically like a fool for me,
Yeah.
because I don't give out 100s very often.
Mm,
But that means I really like this one.
it's really good.
Yep.
Really good.
So next up we have Dystopia Monumental.
Okay, so for me, I felt like this felt more cartoonish than it did like zombie. Like I wasn't creeped out, or I thought this would be a cartoon from a children's movie instead of something you would see in a horror movie. So I was like, I don't know, doesn't creep me out, doesn't make me go, but I thought the coat itself was very good. Like I thought the tailor and design of this outfit was very good, and it was cute, but I didn't feel zombie or Night of the Living Dead from this. I felt very like, oh, this could be just a mascot or a movie character for, a children's character. Didn't feel very creepy or zombie-ish to me. But it was nice.
Mhm. Yeah, I see where you're coming from for sure. Like one of my notes when I was watching this, I was like, "Oh, it reminds me of a comic character instead of like an actual like." It doesn't seem like something I would see on the show, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. And at first I was like, "Oh, you're basically just wearing a mask." That feels like cheating. But the more I looked at it, I was like, "Oh, that's not a mask. You're wearing
Mm,
prosthetics on
right.
your face there, which is pretty cool actually." It's pretty impressive that you were able to pull that off, Dystopia. And even looking at the eyes of this pigeon, like there's all these bloodshot lines, which
Hmm.
is a really nice touch. But my favorite part was the actual like feathering and kind of like I like the dark outline that it had that gave kind of like this comic oozing texture to it. So it's not my favorite. Like Dystopia's had better looks and worse looks for me. But I like that Dystopia thought outside of the box and decided to go with like a zombie pigeon.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, I do wish I could have got more expression, and it's hard to do that with these kind of prosthetics. But overall, it was pretty good.
It was decent. It was decent.
Yeah. Scores.
I still give her 81 because I liked it just a little bit better than the Waitress.
Close to me. I gave Dystopia 79.
I love that.
Yep.
We both thought it was 1 point above our other for
Right.
the waitress.
Yep. Okay. Next we have. Oh, this is Sandovalisima. What do you think?
This one I liked. I thought this was very interesting. Did not know exactly what I was looking at, but
hmm
I liked what I was looking at.
Okay.
You
I
know,
wondered. I wondered if you got the reference. So
no, I didn't.
that's
What's
okay.
the reference? Tell me the reference so I can look at
It's a
it.
very, very topical reference because it's a TV show that just came back a few days before this episode aired, and that's The Last of Us. It is like basically fungus type of zombies. It's a very popular
Oh,
show. Yeah.
I heard of The Last of Us. I've heard of
hmm
that. I just hadn't watched it.
Yep.
But okay, it makes sense. But yeah, it I was like, I don't know what I'm looking at, but I'm intrigued by what I'm looking at. I think the makeup and like the way that everything is put together, I like it. It definitely creeped you out. It's definitely like, oh, this isn't your normal just regular walk down the street kind of outfit. It's cool. I think that's what I like about it. It's just cool. And it looks good. And these pictures are definitely doing it justice. I liked her performance of this too. I really, really did. This was just cool to me.
I agree. I think this is like Sandovalissima. We felt like she was on the cusp of greatness here, and I feel like this is a week where she finally like arrived and
Mm,
delivered the judges what they wanted from her. Immediately, this was one of the most recognizable for me when she came out. I was like, "Oh, that's a clicker from The Last of Us." How perfect of timing because this was filmed so long ago, and pretty crazy that this episode aired on YouTube within days of the season premiering for season 2 of The Last of Us. Uh, but I agree, her characterization was so good. And you didn't see it, but even during the judging, during the feedback, she did not break character. The whole time she's like,
mm,
and I'm like, that is the commitment that I want to see on this show. There are some crafty elements, which I do not mind. I feel
mhm.
like, especially shows like these, and when it is on a platform like YouTube and not
Yes.
on some broadcast television, sure, be crafty, like be resourceful. I like seeing the effort put behind it. So overall, yeah, I thought this was definitely one of the stronger looks of the night.
Yeah, I don't mind crafty even on like Drag Race.
hmm
Like if it's done in the right way. You know what I
Yep.
mean? If it doesn't look like your 2-year-old did it, then okay. But if it
Right.
looked like you went to the, to the art and craft store and put something together and it looked
Maybe not
good.
for all stars though.
I mean, it depends on the challenge. It depends on the challenge. Like if it's for a design challenge, I might accept it. But if you get it professionally done, then let's not. Uh, but yeah, I thought this was really good. It's really cute.
Mhm. Scores.
Mm, I will give this a 97.
Okay. I gave Sandovalissima an 88. Okay. Next up, we have Maely Fish. Okay. This is the one that I would thought because Pandora was wearing something where
Hmm.
her legs were constrained here, and that's what Miley is doing here. So,
Yes. I like this. I didn't mind the leg constriction because I liked how she performed it and was like, okay, I'm just gonna fall down and crawl over and. So I didn't mind it. I thought this was good. I thought the details of the fish fin, the headband, and then all the scales and different things that she had all over. I thought that was good. I liked her makeup in this. Um, it was fine. It wasn't anything that I was just like blown away by. I did like it. I thought she performed it well. It was good. It was good. I like the colors. I think she looked really pretty. She looked like she gave me cute, creepy, really pretty, creepy. But I liked it. I liked it.
yeah, I like this too. I think Miley is on an upward trajectory for sure the past couple of weeks. And you don't typically think of like a mer person for a zombie theme. But I like that she went for her own branding. She's Maely Fish, so might as well be a mermaid. So I thought that was really clever. And I, like you said, I really like all the colors here. The makeup has a lot of detailing that's really cool. Um, and her performance of it was really good. Like a lot of people struggle when they have their legs kind of constricted like that, but
Mm-hmm.
I like that she just jumped up. She's like, I'm going to get up and just jump up so that I don't have to struggle all the way up. Um, the only kind of issue that I had during the performance, though, was when she started like ripping apart her boob. And I think one of the judges mentioned this. Like her breastplate came up a little bit, and you could see like her actual chest, and it takes you out of the illusion a little bit more controlled at points in the performance. But overall, I still really liked it.
My issue with the performance, I forgot about the boob part, but when she
Mhm.
did rip the boob, I wanted it to be a little bit more like gooey, gory. Like I
Yeah.
wanted it to drip, and I want like she pulled that part out and it was like
Mhm.
slime, and I was like, oh, that's cool. But I wanted it to ooze,
Right.
like have a little something that oozes out, and then it's like, cause to show that you just ripped apart your breast, like.
Mhm.
And I wish she would have did it on both of them, or it would have been like. But yeah, I wanted it to be a little bit more gory and a little bit more Ori. Yeah.
Okay.
But it was, I like that though.
Fair. Scores.
I would give it an 89.
Okay. I gave her an 86.
Cool.
Okay, next up, we have we have Ambrose Lugosi.
This one I was disappointed. Not gonna lie. I was like, what is happening here? It just looked like she just, like, for a lot of the performance, I did not see the top of this. I just saw the bottom. And I was like, she just came out here with panties and some boots. And I was like, oh no, it's a top. It's a top up there. Okay. But then that was it. I wasn't impressed with this look. I thought this look was very, very basic, very, very simple. The makeup was good. The makeup is great. But everything else just felt, I was like, what does this have to do with Night of the Living Dead? I did not get it. I didn't understand it. I felt like it got to be something behind the scenes. Like an outfit didn't come in and she had to pull this together. Like something is happening because this just cannot be what she decided to wear for Night of the Living Dead. It got to be a story behind this. But I wasn't impressed by this look.
That's fair. I will go ahead and say, unfortunately, Ambrose was my least favorite of this week. But I do think it's a step towards the right direction. She's had a few rough weeks. And this still isn't as good as it could be, but uh I what I think is cool is the commitment to the full face prosthetics here. We saw her in the dark room with those on before she painted, and it was wild. It was wild. But then once she painted it, like I'm buying into the illusion. Like it looks like a really bloated face. Uh, it looks kind of cartoonish, but I don't mind that. And I like the green coloring. It's another thing that isn't giving me realism, but I don't always need that. Like it almost gives me the movie The Toxic Avenger. I'm kind of getting that vibe. But the look itself below the face, it leaves a bit to be desired. At first, she came out and I thought she was going for a prom type of theme. But I don't know. Like it really does feel like the look itself was an afterthought. And I know that she's another one that has been making a lot of her own looks and maybe even making them while she's there filming this. So I appreciate the craftsmanship, but I don't know. Go harder. I want to. I know you have it in you, Ambrose. I know you have it in you. I just want to see you step it up a little bit more with the quality of the looks. So
Hmm.
scores.
If I was, I would say a 70.
Okay, I gave Ambrose a 66. Next, we have Satan Queen.
I got this. I understood it. I was like, okay, okay. She's like, look, I'm a zombie, but I'm still a whore. Like zombies got to make their money too, girl. Just because I'm dead don't mean I'm dead, dead. Like I still like to get my, you know. And I was like, I thought that I lived for this. Actually, I was like, okay, I like it. I like the performance of this. I thought she looked pretty. It gave me zombie, but it gave me pretty zombie, but still creepy pretty zombie. And so I understood where she was going with this. I liked the concept. I liked her having a full concept behind everything. And it was good to me. I liked it. I was entertained by it. I thought she looked good. Her makeup looked good. I was here for it.
Yeah, I thought this was a good one, but this is another one where Satan has had some really good weeks. So I
Mm.
don't know that I like this as much as some of her previous weeks, especially last week's, which was so good. Um, but I like that she went really hard with this concept. You have the spiders, you have the eye falling out. So yeah, the concept 100% is there. I think some of the details for me got a little bit muddied. Like it was hard to like, especially with all the like dark spots in the hair, and then some of her facial area, like where it was a little bit too dark. And I just wanted to be able to see everything a little bit more crisp, which I know is weird to say about a zombie look, but uh, I don't know. I'm she set the bar very high for herself. So anytime she's below her own bar, I gotta call it out. I still like this. I still like this. So I don't want to sound too critical. Scores.
I would give this. I liked it. A 92.
Okay. I gave Satan an 80. Okay, next, we have Sattiva Lean.
I wanted more eyes. I wanted more eyeballs on the clothes. I was like, I like the little eyeballs of different places. I wanted a few more. Like, give me a bunch of more eyeballs. But I like this look. I thought it was nice. I liked the hair. I'm a fan of the wig and the makeup job that she had going on. I understood where she was going with this look, but I wanted more eyeballs. And then these things that's coming up, like the tentacles or I don't know what they are, but like things coming up, and then she had them in the back. I like those too. Look like little muscles or some kind of, I don't know what they are, but they're weird. And I liked it. So I like the color scheme of the black and white and the reds. And it looks good and looks good in pictures. It looks good on the stage. I thought she did a good job.
Yeah, this was on the lower end of the night for me. So I will say, like, we are 6 days after the episode aired when we're recording this. And this is the one that left my mind the most. Like, I kind of
Mhm.
forgot this until it popped up. Um, there are good things about it for sure. I really like these contacts. These red contacts were so cool. The idea of the hair opening up and you seeing like the brain inside, I thought that was a really cool idea. Even all of the eyes are a really cool idea. I think there's a cheap quality to the eyes though that I wish
Mhm.
wasn't there. Like I wish they
That's right.
had something more realistic about them. Even the prosthetics on the face, I like that you went for it, but it looks like prosthetics. I'm not really buying into the illusion as much as I wanted to. And I do wish the outfit itself uh, felt more, I don't know, deliberate with this theme, because she could
Mm.
have worn this dress for anything.
Okay.
Um, so overall, not bad. It's not bad, but I think this is one of the stronger weeks we've had so far. So if somebody's kind of trailing behind, I have to call it out. Unfortunately,
Hmm.
scores.
85.
Okay, I gave her a 75.
Hmm.
Next, we have Gouda Von Cheese.
Okay, so I like this look, but I don't like this look. I don't know if it's because like we had before talked about the binding of the legs and how the other girl handled it in the performance. I thought she did it better than her. This felt very bulky, and she felt like she was really heavy. And maybe that was the story she's telling or whatever. I didn't enjoy watching it. Um, I thought different elements about this look I liked. Like I love the hair, I like the makeup. Um, the plastic wrap or the cellophane paper looks kind of cheap to me, and I was not feeling that. But I did like the hands, the things on the arms and going into the leg. I liked the fabric and how that looked. I just wish at some point she was able to just like break free from that and come out of that and just give us a walk. But it was just more that jumping around. I wasn't feeling it in as a performance, but as a look, I think she looks pretty. But
Mhm.
a, a lot of things I don't like about it as well.
Yeah, that's fair. I will. So, as somebody who watches this, and I watch it before there's English subtitles translated on there, so I did not understand anything in this episode. So, watching it, I was like, I don't understand what this look is, and I didn't go to her Instagram to see. I haven't had a chance to do that yet. Probably should have, but I'm looking at it, and I don't understand what this concept is at all. There's elements to it that I think are pretty cool. Like I kind of like this woven fabric, like wrapping around her and
Mhm.
connecting to her arms. But why? I don't know why.
Why?
I don't know why there's bubble wrap around her.
Right.
I'm sure it makes sense if you if you know, but I don't know. Um,
Is she like moving? Like are they using like she's moving is she the package and they have to protect
maybe
it?
like that's what I thought was she something that was like
Fragile?
packaged up?
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. I'm
It
so
feels that way.
confused.
I'm so very
I'm
confused.
so confused. But like I said, I do like looking at the woven part when she was doing the judging and she didn't have that on. I like this look less, to be honest. Um,
Mm.
I think this is some of the best makeup she's had this season, though. I really like the makeup, like the detailing and the colors. I thought she was so pretty this week. And the
Mhm.
wig, like it's a very pretty, like crimped wig. I'm not sure what it has to do with Night of the Living Dead or zombies. Uh, I don't know. I'm so confused by this.
I want to like it a whole lot
Me
more.
too.
And it's like, I don't know why, but I do, but I don't at the same time. I
Yeah.
really, really want to like this a lot because it's pretty.
Yes.
It's pretty, but it's just like,
She's really pretty this week for sure.
yeah, but I'm just so confused of what it's supposed
Gouda,
to do with that.
Gouda, can you please explain in the comments what
Please tell us because
for
I
this
even I
gringo that
want to
doesn't
know
know?
at this point. Like even I need to know at this point, and I don't watch the show as often. So
Right.
David is gonna have to tell me what, but somebody has to explain this to me.
For sure. Scores?
Oh gosh, I want to like this. Um, gosh, se- mm, 78.
78. I gave her
Yeah.
72.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that just seems about right.
Next, we have Luxie Luú, who was on our recap for this episode. So if you haven't checked that out, go watch it.
Go watch it. Dang, right up
Ding.
there. Uh, um, it's I like it. It's very much like it's giving me like just pretty. Like I know the story. Like she mm, very good looking, like a woman of the I don't want to say a woman of the night, but some era, Renaissance woman. I don't know. It's giving me Marie Antoinette, but like very
Well,
zombie-ish.
she did have cupcakes that she
Right,
ate.
let them
So
eat cake. And so I'm like, I loved her performance, by the way. I will say that. I did enjoy the performance, and I'm glad that we got to see their pit crew member bring out the cake, and then she ate the cake, and it was fine. It was good. I think she looks pretty. She's a pretty zombie. It was it wasn't scary, creepy zombie. It was a very pretty zombie. Like she was a lady of some manner of some sort, and then she died. But of course, just because you died, don't mean you have to look like you're
mhm.
dead. So I like it. I like the dress. I like the wig. I enjoyed the makeup. I like the commitment to putting the makeup on the chest area
Contouring,
as
yeah.
well, and all of that, and contouring and all that stuff, and making it look good, so it doesn't look like she just stopped the makeup here. I hate when people just stop makeup right in the in the around the face, but it looks good. I like it.
hmm I agree. This was actually my second favorite of the night. I thought this was really good, and not just because she joined us for the recap. uh, I like it when somebody can do kind of a horror concept, but still have glam to it. And I think of anybody of this episode, she's the person that really kept the glam with her look. She looks so good. This is a really pretty dress, a really
Hmm.
nice wig. Her makeup, I really like. This is some of the best makeup she's done this season. I was going to mention that too about the contouring on the chest, especially from that far away one.
Hmm.
Like it gives that like sunken in, like bones type
Hmm.
of look. So I thought that was really cool. And her performance was really good. As soon as she started eating the cake, I was like, okay, is this Marie Antoinette?
Right.
I mean, she doesn't have a scar from being
Starting that, right.
decapitated, so I'm not positive if that's what she was going for. I should have asked her, but I wrote, "Let them eat cake." Definitely getting zombie from this, and some of them I didn't get zombie from. So
Yes,
if you're meeting that, you're doing the bare minimum, and I appreciate that. But she went way beyond the bare minimum and gave a very strong look.
absolutely.
Scores.
95.
Okay, I gave her an 89,
Mhm.
and we have our last morbid, and that is Aradia Von Rotten.
Okay, now this one here had me liking, then not liking, then liking, then not liking again. I liked when she first came out. I was like, oh, that's a cool headpiece. I like how it's, a cool, like all over around piece. That's very good. And then she started eating the things off the floor or eating the things. And then I was like, oh, okay. Because like I was like, I think her performance was clunky, and that's what made me go, I don't know. Um, she started eating things, and then I'm like, is she eating it and it's growing now? Is that the whole thing? The concept of now is growing because she's eating. And so then when she went down to the floor and the thing came out, and I was like, oh, okay, it's like one of those like worm things, those creepy like sandworms or whatever kind of creepy worms that they show in the movies these days. And it started to come down, and it would come down and a little bit at a time. I'm like, okay, okay, okay. I'm seeing the vision. But then I was like, I don't know if I like it more up or down. I think I liked it more up than I did down. But it was fine. It definitely was creepy, and eating whatever kind of meat that was off the floor. I was like, ew, ew. But all right. It was fine. It was fine.
Yeah, I first of all, I'm very happy Aradia has finally made her way out of the bottom for the first time this season. So good job. We love that. And I do think that there are a lot of good things about this look. This is another one where you see the craftsmanship behind it. Like it is crafty, but in a very intriguing way. Like this does not look like it was easy to make. Um, do I understand it fully? I don't. I don't, but I was still very intrigued by the performance. She really committed to the delivery. She was banging her face all over the ground. So yeah, the creep factor is here for sure. I just don't understand what's going on because I got that same type of worm with teeth type of thing. I don't
Yeah.
even know what those are called. But then she's got like this lacy leg over here, and I'm like, it almost feels like a fusion of this worm type creature and a person.
Hmm.
So and even like we have like a really big leg and then a
Right.
tiny sexy leg. I don't know.
So weird. I was
So
confused.
yeah, I'm. This is where I'm like, I really need to understand Spanish better so I can get this concept more. Um, so yeah, it left me a little confused. I like the effort. I do wish the craftsmanship was a little bit stronger.
Hmm.
But overall, I do think this is another step in the right direction for her.
Yeah.
Scores.
85.
I was not as generous. I gave her a 71.
I was very confused. So
Fair. I mean, I could have gone either way, honestly. I
yeah,
was like, I don't know. I don't know. But I think that is all we have. Gotta,
that's it.
yes, let me go
So,
to this. There we go. There we
yay.
go. Well, thank you all for watching. Glad we were able to get this out, even though it's a little bit late. And if you want Lana to come back every single week and talk about these looks, please demand that in the comments. And I'm sure she will listen and ignore.
We shall see. We shall see.
We shall see. But we would like to ask you a few things. Lana, would you mind closing us out?
Absolutely. Because if you haven't subscribed already, because you've looked at this adorable panel of me and David and was like, I really like them. So you might as well go home and hit the subscribe button. Because if you subscribe, maybe I'll come back. Uh,
Ooh.
just saying, you gotta subscribe now. But or if you don't want me to come back, just put that in the comments. Don't ever come back, and I will take that too. I will take that too. Uh, I will accept that too if you say that. I'm a big girl, I can handle it. But subscribe to this channel and all of our other channels. Click on the description below and subscribe to all of our channels. We really, really appreciate it. Appreciate you. Help us reach our goals to our mission of hitting 1,000 new subscribers by the end of the year. We really, really want to hit that goal. So ain't too proud to beg over here. So please, please, and thank you. Follow us on all of our audio podcast links. Join our Patreon. Follow us on our socials at The Cup Pod on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky. All those places. Instagram, did I say that? Anyway,
Yeah.
follow us on all of our socials. And you can follow David and I on those socials as well if you'd like. And don't forget to get your merch at wallagscreations.etsy.com. That link is in the description below. And on that note, David, I think we should just say cheers.
Cheers.
Bye.